shut the outside world out. Just when you thought it was safe to be creative, here comes Story Grub. Hello, Passer. Passer. Passer, bye, bye, bye. Passer. Passer, bye, bye, bye. In the morning dew, I'm looking at you. 'Cause that's all I wanna do. And all that stuff. And all that. Passer. Passer, bye, yeah. I think that was based on a true Passer. A true story. Alright, let's get this party started. I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Does it matter? No, it does not matter. Not one shiny bit. What? Not one shiny bit? That's what I just said. What the hell? What's a shiny? That sounds so fucking racist. And I just said shiny. It just happens to sound like China. But it sounds like you would call somebody from China like tiny. Like an insult, like a slight. Isn't it weird that if you just like call somebody like a weird name based off of the color of their skin or the way they look or what area of the world they're from, you're called a racist? Isn't that weird? You're not supposed to like, say anything about that? I don't understand. But maybe I'm not supposed to. I'm very Caucasian, me. But if evolution is correct, I'm descended from African Americans. If all that's true, then I'm descended from African Americans. Jeez. No, I just meant like because we all apparently come from Africa, or somewhere in the Mediterranean. That's crazy too, because most of my people didn't even come from this area or this continent, up until about probably like 120 years ago or something. And then people like in Australia, for that matter, there are people living there before people started being put there and stuff. So it's just a weird thing to think about, geography and how people fit into the whole, wow, I'm not drawing, and how people fit into the whole darn thing. I think people are wonderful, but I think every bunch has its assholes. Wait, where's that bananas? Every bunch has a banana? Yeah, no, assholes. Every bunch has some assholes, that's for dying sure. Lordy knows. Draw a dragon. I thought that said draw a Dragon Ball Z for a second. I got all excited. Because I could definitely draw a Dragon Ball. I mean, if you'd watch me long enough, I might even draw a dragon too, without any coaxing. I like drawing dragons. What is that? Isn't there a band called something like Dragons? Enter the Dragons or something like that? Enter the Smaugs. John Carpenter's Smaug. Sorry, that's supposed to say smog. It's a prequel to The Fog. Imagine that. It's a prequel, sir. Okay, I got it. God dang, that's a whistle right in my ear. Jeez. I like drawing circles. Enter them all. There's always room for something less than all you've got to give. And if that's not enough, all you've got to do is Google it. I like to pre-Google. It's almost like a precognition sort of thing. I like to pre-Google. That way, the computer, if they come back later to look at my history and whatnot, it's gonna be all backwards. It's just gonna be upside down, inside out. That's how we like it around here. Yeah, get off me plank and I'll get off your sink. I might wash my hands first, though. Depends on where the towels are. If I've got to air dry my hands, then I'm running for the woods. I'll tell you all that much. We're all gonna die. All right, and that concludes this week's episode of Art Club with Story Grub. I don't know why I said it like that. Is it anybody's birthday out there today? The Beatles wrote a song about birthdays. You should go listen to it if it is your birthday. And on your way out, leave some gold behind, like a little trail of it, and I'll come and find you, and I'll write my own song on the way there. But I need the gold first. I'm gonna need the gold first. That's what they call the gold standard. I wouldn't be standing without gold. It's in my bones. You see, friends, I'm made of gold, gold, gold. I want more gold, gold, gold. I think I'm golden, and I'm waiting for you. Gold, gold, gold. What could I do without you? Syrup and sugar in my poop, in my poop. All right, that was an old hit by Leroy and the Brownies. They toured with the Harlem Globetrotters for about 26 years before they signed with Sub Hip Hop Records back in 1994 and started the hip hop alternative grunge era. What a time that was, where we all came together and kicked some ass in the name of rock and roll, hip hop stuff, things of that nature. Whatever. 10 more days till I'm heating up. Hope you're. Whoa, I'm missing messages, guys. I'm sorry. Hope you're alright. 10 more days till. Out of context, all of that just sounds really. Well, it sounds exciting, and I'm very jealous. Whatever is happening, I'm all for it, as long as nobody's getting hurt. And if people are getting hurt, well, we need to profit. We all need to come together and sit in a circle and talk about this and exchange numbers and make some profit. Ain't nobody gonna get hurt on my watch without anybody around me getting profited. Profit. I think that's, it's in the Bible. You're supposed to be a prophet. You're supposed to be profitable. Profitable. It's all about how you pronounce things, friends. And it's all how the hammer comes down on you and us and them, like the Pink Floyd song. Oh, oddly enough, that song is not even real. If you listen back to it now, not even there. It'll be just dead air. It was all an illusion. Those sons of bitches did it to us all. I promise. What is it? I'm wasted on my own. I'm leaving That's a true. That's a lot of noise right there. That is really coming through. Brendan, I really like your positivity. You've got a lot of positivity going for you, and that goes a long way around here. You'll fit right in. As a matter of fact, I'm making you sergeant at arms. You have some working up to do before you can get to Passerby's caliber. I think he's a 9mm. Not quite sure. Maybe that's just his preference. But we'll find out. We can all find out together. I just drank a kombucha, and it had like 0.000000001% alcohol in it. And I'm buzzing. I'm buzzed. I would be a menace now if I were to start drinking again. Even when I just start thinking about drinking, even water. Even when I think about drinking water, I want to kick somebody's ass. Sick of their drink water and get healthy shit. Whatever. I'm not here for a good time. I'm here for a wait, what? Damn, that should be my motto. I'm not here for a good time. I'm here for a long time. Oh, Mizu. Hi. I feel like if I had kids and I was with the right person, it's kind of like if you you don't really have a choice. I mean, sometimes you do, I guess. But if I had somebody that wanted kids, and if I wanted kids, I don't even know if I figure if I ever had a kid, I would want it. I would want it. But I always thought like it would be the funnest thing ever, because I am like a big kid, and it would just every day is like Halloween for me at my place. And I mean, I wear wigs and outfits and all sorts of stuff all the time, even before I started doing it all the time. But I don't know. It's just fun. And I draw, and I have like, because I don't have kids, and I've always just been a creative weirdo. Ever since I was a kid, with my sister Brandy, we'd perform plays for the family, and whoever I was with, whatever I was doing, I was always like writing all these like little songs and putting on these little performances for my family and stuff. Like I guess everybody does that kind of stuff, but but then there's someone, I know I'm not alone. I just don't know, There's hyper creatives out there who just never stopped and never saw the need to stop. And I think that's where I'm in that kind of ballpark. I'm very lazy when it comes to certain things, like the business end of it, or trying to sell it, or even trying to name my drawings. It's just not important. I just gotta keep going, going, and going. It's kind of like Matrix when he first arrives into the real world, and Morpheus is trying to calm him down, and he's like having a panic attack. His brain's not ready for that, And Cypher comes around the corner, and he's like, he's gonna pop. Oh shit. That's my drum. And all that stuff. Whatever I was just saying, and all of it. Too much of a kid to have kids. Yeah, it'd be like Peter Pan having children, But I figure if I was a father, if it could still be like that, but it would be more like they would be my lost boys. And that would just raise them to be, I mean, they would know so fucking much before they went into the world, because I wasn't given anything like that. I was just always told one way to believe, and that everything that I believed in was wrong. And my kids would not only would they have my support or whatever, but I would stand by them no matter what they decided to do. And yeah, the closest thing I have to a kid is a niece, and she hasn't spoken with me in over a year now, because of some stuff, and it just really sucks. My brother and I don't get along, and her and my relationship now suffer because of it again, and it's just horrible. And she's in her 20s, and I thought that she would know me better than that, but she doesn't. And I guess I don't even know myself. And that's another thing that the Oracle tells Neo. Gotta know thyself in order to get any better or to get anywhere in this life. You've gotta know yourself. Or at least fucking try. You certainly don't get to that point or anywhere in that area by acting like you're not even anything or anybody. Or you don't matter or something like that. Because then what's the point of anything if you don't think anything like that, you know? It's best if you're gonna live to fucking live. And I've been trying to tell myself that from day one. I've been scared of my own shadow my entire life. It's like knowing thyself is like knowing thy enemy. But at least that's part of it, you know. You corner the beast, and you make eye contact with it, and you say, why are you wearing that outfit? And it's like, what? And yeah, that outfit sucks. And it's like, oh, you can just really hurt that monster's feelings, you know. Oh shit, I'm sorry, buddy. I wasn't. It looks good, okay? I was just kidding. Oh really? No, it doesn't. It doesn't look that good. Yeah, it looks great. Thank you. Oh, he's gone. It's the weird little shadow speaks to me in my sleep. Happy Friday, everybody. Hey, Luna. How you doing, darling? Luna's on Moonbase 13, and I've always been jealous of that. More jealous than anything anybody could ever imagine in their ear hole pipiest of dreams that they might have. Because you know why? I'll tell you. Because I don't know. I know you don't care. Nobody cares. But I'll tell you why. I will tell it with vivacity. Vi, vi, yeah, vivacity. I just made up a word probably, and stuff. But yeah, so I just like the number 13 is what I'm trying to say, and I've always been jealous. Somehow I landed in 14 on Moonbase 14. And I think, you know, the more I'm here, the more I'm pretty much I think that I'm just a subject for Moonbase 13. I think I'm just at a, you know, like a petri dish or something like that sometimes. I can't get out of here, folks. There ain't no running water. The power is scarce, it's scant. I love using that word scant when I can. Makes me feel smart. Smarter than usual. Oh, who cares, right? Let's read some of these comments. Hey, Alexis. Jealous because we have a what? Oh, I'm alright. Well, fuck yeah, the chocolate milk. I gave up on that years ago. And I know that we were talking about that only 2 months ago, but up here, 2 months is practically 2 years. And I'm just talking into a can because I'm going to drink out of this. Mm-hmm. I hope you're doing well, Luna. Thanks for hanging out. The dragon. I don't know if I can do it. Where would I put it? I'm not good at like drawing animals sometimes. My brain. I'm kind of what do you call it? Dyslexic or something. Where and I guess maybe it's just a thing with art though, where I always have to look at my hands when I'm drawing a hand or something like that, like in a certain pose. But if I'm trying to draw like a dragon just out of my head, I always mess. Like it's hard for me to draw a horse for some reason, even though I was raised around horses and stuff, you know. And I'm trying to draw a dragon now upside down, and that's even harder and stupider. I don't know why I tried. I'm not trying to draw a dragon. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe a little Smaug. Little Smaugy. No teeth. Is that the wind coming through my... No, that's the devil. That's the devil. Mm-hmm. There. That's sort of a dragon. How about that? And I'll keep adding to it. Not bad for drawing it upside down anyways. Little head. Oh, he's looking all cute. Look at that little dragon head. Look at that little son of a bitch. Look at that little stupid shit. Alright. Sorry for the language, folks. I got carried the fuck away. I got carried away. Ooh. It's getting hot in here. We should put on all of our clothes because it's getting too hot. Who wants to dance? Me first. That is lame. It's my middle name. That was my middle name in elementary school. Let's see. I went to a lot of elementary schools. All over Northern California. Especially after my parents divorced. But I went to Davis. Like just one. Yeah, just one. There's Birch Lane in Davis. For the last, I think I fucking went to, oh my god, when we moved from Colusa to Davis, right after my parents divorced, I went to the last 2 weeks of school for my second grade. So I met all my classmates, and I started basically at the last 2 weeks of school for which is kind of cool because there was no expectation. I was a horrible student, even as a kid like that. Horrible. All I did was draw. If there was something in front of me and it was like a homework, while everybody was reading it and paying attention and following along and the teacher was reading or whatever it was, I'm just drawing little teeny like horror movie figures and stuff like that into the sides and the columns and stuff like that. Like a maniac. And because my older brother was just way into horror movies, and so it wasn't scary, it wasn't weird to me, but when my teachers saw severed heads and all these things and demons and and the homework's not even done. I barely even signed my name correctly. I still have some of those things and report cards from when I was in the second and third grade, which were just like progress reports more than anything, but it's pretty funny to think back to what those teachers must have thought. I always talk about this, but one of the teachers actually came to my house and talked to my mom about it. She was like concerned about me, but I was in like these weird little special classes for like kids that couldn't pay attention. I could pay attention, but just not to the things that they were trying to show me. I was like memorizing songs from just like listening to them on the radio. Didn't even just people would be like, "How do you know all the fucking words?" I'm like, I just listened to the song. Yeah, you memorize it. Ever since I was a kid, I always loved acting and like singing songs. I'd make up my own songs, toot my own horn, pat my own back. Well, sometimes somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to give you that little pat on the shoulder and be like, "There you go, buddy. Go do some more now. Now, that's right. You go and do it. Keep going. Oh, good job. Oh, I'm watching. I'm taking pictures." Yep. Mm-hmm. I certainly didn't get that from any sort of male figure in my life, so I had to just invent them. My brother was okay, but when he was mean, he was fucking mean, like twisted mean. Maniacal. I respect that shit. Or it's gonna disrespect you. Ooh, that's lame. Lame sauce. Can I get more lame sauce over here? Lamb sauce? Lame sauce. Lamb like small sheep? Like, no. 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 It's not from a movie. I just made that up. I just make shit up. But it's all true. Y'all, every accent, every situation that I portray here on the art club, it's all true. I will go to my grave someday. There we go. It's coming along. Hey, it does look like a little dragon now. Hi, Jordan. I do remember you. I mean, not all the way, but I do. A lot. I remember the name. And I'm sure you could refresh my memory. Swimming pool, take me. Kill off this weakling. Making plans to overthrow our distance is closing. 10 laws imposing. Whatever you do, don't get caught with your pants down. Whatever you do, don't get caught with your pants down. Play follow the leader. Sometimes when you think you're free, you're not, you're not, you're not, you're not. Descended from monkeys or angel-eyed junkies, making plans to overthrow God. Distance is closing. 10 laws imposing. Whatever you do, don't get caught with your pants down. Whatever you do, don't get caught with your pants down. Follow the leader. Sometimes when you think you're free, you're not, you're not, you're not, you're not. So strap on your children. They're ready and willing. When you notice them getting smart, you gotta keep them guessing. Teach them a lesson. Make them think you've got a good heart. Make them think you've got a good heart. Completely empty. Sometimes when you think you're dead, you are, 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 sometimes when you think you're dead, you are. That was a song by Billy Valentino and the T-Boys, all the way from France, via I think the Philippines, and then Florida. Yeah, they're going to be touring through here next week with the Beverly the Beverly Ho Pimps. they're they're all on tour, and the tickets are on sale, folks. They're selling quick. You might want to get them. What the fuck did I just say? I don't know, but I said it fast, and that's all that matters. And now I am slowing my voice. Let's draw a little hand. Just a little six-fingered hand. Over here. Oh, I sounded like Mac from Predator. Over here. Turn around. Remember when Billy's laughing? God, that movie's good. If anybody hasn't seen Predator or hasn't seen it in a long time, you should go and watch it again. It stands up. It's a tale as old as time. It's a fucking beautiful movie. And it's absolutely based on a true story. About some crazy alien motherfucker that was hunting people in the jungle. He came from another planet and shit. It's crazy. It's practically a documentary. Let's put a little flame here for some reason. Give it some shadow. Flames have shadows now. Isn't that crazy? I guess, that isn't that a thing? Would a flame cast a shadow if there was nothing in the room, like around it, Would there still be shadows? I don't think it matters. I guess it would flicker if it was like a candle. I don't know. And that might cause some shadowification. Sorry for the big words, everybody. I know it's impressive. It's important for me to sound really smart and impressive. That way it makes people want to stick around, because it makes them feel smarter for listening to me. We all win. It's a win-win, win. There's 7 people watching, so I think that was 7 wins. Thanks for the company. I was feeling a bit down today, in just a little way, just because my shoulder is really messed up today, and it feels like it did last year when I had tendonitis. And it's just scary, not knowing, because if, the job I work at is a pet store, and you have to be able to, lug big bags of food and stuff and do... I was testing my arm today just to do, a 5-pound bag and moving it in certain ways, and it was just excruciating. But I kept it pretty easy, and I'm gonna put some heat on it here in a little bit. I don't know why I don't take pain I guess I put some CBD stuff on it at work. My boss gave me some. But, sorry. Oh gosh. Well, the thing, I own the thing. First of all, yeah, dude, that movie is just perfection. There's a few parts in it towards the end that I always fall, because to be honest, I used to watch it every night to go to sleep. I would put it on, and it was just such a chill movie, and I would fall asleep sometimes before the dog even reaches the dang base. Just the music itself. I'm a huge fan of that movie though, and I love just the whole concept of it, and the whole the universe that they kind of were creating, because they did another one in 2013, and it was a prequel to it, and it wasn't, I think it would have been a lot better had the studios not gotten involved, but it was it's fair to say that they also had a love for the first one, because they threw in a lot of really great details, and they kind of created the Norwegian team to be pretty likable. Like there was a few people that were just no named characters or whatever. Maybe a few too many people. But but it was cool. It was definitely an homage. But the studio got involved and like did a bunch of CGI stuff, and they apparently the director and the had a special effects person or a team, and uh, they had done all this work, and the studio came in and had made them just add a bunch of CGI over practically all of it, almost. But there's always this thing going around saying that people want them to recut it without the CGI, because it's actually a pretty good movie. It's pretty true to the story, I think. I don't, and they totally messed up the end as well for that one, where they had something else planned, like a creature, but then the studio told them to like do this weird like pixelated like monster thing at the end. It was so bizarre. But luckily, like I said, I fell asleep way before I hit the end. 5 pound bag. But I can't believe it let you say that. Congrats on being able to say huge balls. Well, I mean, I was testing my arm to see. I was like holding my arm out from my waist. I was standing still with the bag at my side, and just like, you know, um, reaching out to my side a little bit just to see, because I was trying to find where the pain was, and so I was doing these little tests with the 5 pound bag just to, because it didn't take much. I could feel it without anything. Just moving my arm a certain way, but I had to like test it just because I was at work, and I'm there by myself, and I can't like rely on anybody else to help me. So I have to find all these little tricks in order to hide how much pain I'm in. Because I didn't want my boss to know. I had told him just so he knew, he was aware of it, but I don't like bringing it up because I need a job, but I'm afraid it's like going to be hurting my arms, permanently eventually or something. I don't know. It just sucks getting older too. Like literally, I have a vampire like that lives with me, and he sucks. Just sucks all the time. Not me all the time, but some other people most of the time. What are you guys up to? Kurt Russell is so freaking badass in that movie too. Yeah, they're all so good. All of the actors in the first one are just great. And apparently it came out the same weekend as E.T., or the same, maybe within the same month, or it might have been the same weekend. And it was a total fucking flop when it came out. The first one, it came out in 82. And I think it did in theaters at least. And and then it became a cult. It got a bigger cult following after it went out on VHS. And then also it was like, apparently it aired on TV late at night a lot. So kids, around my age, because I was born in '79. So kids around my age, my brother's age, were like staying up late and watching like The Thing, and it was on television. And they had done a different cut of it for television, with like weird narration and all this weird kind of television sort of episodic stuff. Um, it was really interesting. I love that kind of stuff. Um, it's also a great film because at the end you don't know if either one of them is still infected, or themselves, or probably just both the thing at the end. Then they don't even know it. Hmm. Sorry, I know a lot about that movie. I love that movie. Sucks. Yeah, John Carpenter's done some good stuff. I also love In the Mouth of Madness. I watched that one all the freaking time. I saw that in the theater in '95 or something, I think. Maybe '96, actually. I remember because I'm imagining where I was. I was in a car leaving the theater with my sister and her boyfriend. I can't believe I remember some things that I remember. And now I'm not even sure if that's true, or if I'm just like remembering some kind of false memory. And that's the CIA and the reptiles talking. Just remember, folks, the reptiles are real. They're all after us, and the Earth is hollow, but it's only 2 feet deep because it's 1,345 miles flat. Just, just so you know, just so you know where you are. Okay, you are here now. Be here now. All right. Just don't dig any deeper than maybe like 2 inches into the earth. Otherwise, we're all fucked. I'm serious. Some asshole tried that 2 nights ago. We almost died, all of us. It's very flat. It's very thin. Think of it as a big tortilla. A lot, very. I don't know. Well, I was starting to talk with a Spanish accent. Very. I can't even do it. It's just a bad idea. Just don't do it. Don't talk with a Spanish accent if you're white, and don't dig deeper than 2 inches. Any oil company will tell you that. Chevron, Mavron, Bevron, Cleveron. Dragon. No, dragon. And Dragon Balls are just like, they just have like the stars, right? In them, the big fat stars. Like that. Is it just like 1 star? I think it's like, I want to do 3 stars. This is my own Dragon Ball, god damn it. That's how I roll. I'm sure that's how I roll. Dragon Balls roll, don't they? Yeah, that's not even a ball. That's a melted avocado on a shelf. The shelf of love. The shelf of life. Hallelujah. Amen. Okay. Let's turn this brown upside down. What do y'all think it's going to be? Besides a dragon with an avocado melting on a shelf. Sometimes it's interesting the way it feels to draw. It's like when you draw, you're pulling, you pull. And then sometimes you have to push to get certain lines. But I mostly pull. I guess in this world, I'm a puller. And I like to do everything the opposite of pushing. I'm a puller. I don't push. And so I'm the opposite. I do the opposite of push. I pull. I'm a polar opposite. Oh my god. Polar opposite. See, everybody's learning something new today. I'm glad you're here with me. See, Alexis, now you're onto something. Words matter. And if you go to the metric, you have at least 25 feet to work with. You're absolutely correct. I did not give you enough credit earlier in the day. You are being promoted. There's a lot of great people in the chat tonight. Thank you all for hanging out. It's Friday. What are y'all doing here? What are we gonna do with this piece of paper? I honestly didn't think it would be much of anything when I started. You can see the thing behind it. You want to look at that? See, that's my other drawing. That's what this will eventually sort of look like. It's important to know where you're going as an artist. I like using the word art because I like saying the word art. It gives me nickelberries, and it gives me goosebumps somewhere to go. Somewhere out in the open for everyone to look at, maybe, perhaps? No? Okay. I won't say that ever again. I'm sorry. Deeply sorry. Senior. That would be funny because, this is a club. Sorry, I just choked on a colt there for a second. This is a club. There, I said it. And we're all equal here. There, I said it again. Whew. That's hard to say. no one at Art Club with Story Grub is any bigger or better than Story. I can't do this. I can't read those cue cards. I don't believe that. Here I am God. I absolutely, I'm 100%, 1,000, 1,003, probably like 1,350% sure that I'm at least some kind of God. Even if it's the God of poop or something. I'm something. What? My producer is giving me a signal. I don't know what that. Terry, I don't know what that means. Can you use the speaker? I Story, what are you doing? What do you mean, what am I doing? Why are you saying that stuff out loud? Just get back to drawing. Get positive. Stay positive, okay? We need to make some money tonight, okay? What do you mean money? I'm not monetized or anything. We're not broadcasting only on YouTube, Story. Oh, shoot. I better keep drawing then. Yeah, keep drawing. Thank you. Okay, I will. Jesus. Fuck. Here we go. I'm sorry, folks. Hold on to your britches. It's about to get wild. No, it's not. You're just gonna watch grass grow a lot faster than before, because I don't think reality is real anymore. Alexis, you agree, right? Okay, we're on the same. I think we're on the same inch of the tortilla. That's the falcon flies at noon. Alexis, the UFO is shaped like a beaver. It is falling out of the sky. Alexis, the dam is bursting. The beaver didn't do its job. These are all code words for run for the hills, everybody. They are coming for you and your family. I get this deep voice by being very, very dehydrated. You can see it in my fingers. I'm a fucking mummy. It's Friday and I am cursing. I don't care. It is the devil's day and I'm here for it. Friday. I'm in love. Here we go. That was like the first, when I got to work, that was the first song I put on a bunch of Kira songs. Isn't that an amazing story? I've got tomorrow off. And tomorrow's Saturday. It's Saturday for everyone. What are everybody doing tomorrow for Saturday? Anything special? Pastor, what are you doing tomorrow? Savage, how about ye? Alexis? Werewolves? Oh, welcome back. Okay. I thought we were talking about werewolves. You are back. Sorry, I can't keep up with the I'm not used to so many comments. Yeah, I'm pretty good with Sharpies. They're like my tool. They're cheap and I have to go over the same line quite often. But I like the results. Sharpie. Try them today. That was not a commercial. I just like saying it like that. Buy Sharpie. Stop. Don't. It's not a. I'm not getting paid for that, so why are you doing that? Because if you don't, nobody will. That's my Sharpie conscience kicking in. If it wasn't for Sharpie A's, I don't know where I'd be. I'd probably just be a bum on the streets. But look at me now, Ma. That's right, Ma. Look at me now, Ma. I'm over here. Hey, Mom. How's it going? How are you? I'm good. Yeah. You were looking that whole time? Oh, yeah. Okay. Love you, Mom. Just draw, you little shit. What? I didn't catch that. Nothing, honey. I'm going to bed now. All right. See you tomorrow. Maybe. I'm probably gonna be shipping Mom to Alabama in her sleep. So you can say bye to my mom. I am not your mother. She's not my mother. It's true. She showed up one day and I didn't have the heart to tell her bye. Got to know her and I got to like her and I just started calling her Mom and she really just broke into my house and moved in. It's been very awkward. It's a 1-bedroom place, and long story. It's a really long story, but yeah. And she has cats, many cats. Dog too. Sharpie, Sharky. And what did your dog do when you dropped it? Did he put it back on you? What are you talking about? What did I miss? Oh, drop the leash. Okay. See, I'm missing shit. Story of my life. And that's the thing. There's cool conversations happening everywhere. I'm at a party. Everybody's having fun. I'm the only guy there that's miserable. Story of my life. God, that sounds stupid. I always hated that about myself, though. It took me way too long to realize why I would be like just really bummed out at parties, unless I had like a buddy or something. Or when I started drinking, parties were kind of fun because I didn't care about stuff. But not caring about stuff isn't fun. It's just a weird sense of getting back at stuff for no reason, or for people that didn't hurt you. I was really mean to people when I drank. And I was really bad to myself. Really bad. And I'm suffering for it today, these days. I'm just happy to be alive. John Lennon wrote a song called Borrowed Time. I suggest y'all listen to it. It's a pretty good song. It's almost like, I think he listened to reggae. I'm serious, actually. But I think he actually knew of Bob Marley, and reggae and stuff was big in the late 70s, and especially I think in John's circles and stuff, and the back, just the production value of some of the stuff and the beats and stuff. And that song has a backbeat to it, Borrowed Time by John Lennon. It's a really cool song. And I've always appreciated that about him. His lyrics are really, he gets right to the point. And I dig that about him. And he always spoke truth to power, and he always, at least in his lyrics, he always punched up, Like, except for when he was like picking on Paul, maybe, in his lyrics. But they were still friends up until he died. I always like the quote too, that he said, where it's like, you can talk, I can talk trash about my friend all I want, but if a stranger does it, I'll give him a black eye. That's how I feel about friends or family, or friends that I consider family. Oh wow, look at all those likes. There's 11 likes. Okay. Alright. Oakley dokley. What? Hold on. Hot potato. She spills her guts, and I don't care. 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 Mama makes me want to crush a stick, a needle in my eye. When I get home after school, she'll pull me from the swimming pool. She spills her guts, and I don't care. 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 Your politics, they make me sick. You do a lot of talking, but you don't do shit. So after the game, let's go to town and burn That was not a song about my actual mom. Um, that was about Judy, the lady who's staring at me from across. Judy, can you just face the wall again, please? It's kind of weird just to sit there and stare at me when I'm playing your song. I wrote it for you so you didn't have to look at me all the time, lady. Give me a break. I think my cat wants out. Where's she out here? I think she is out here already. Hold on, I'm coming. All right. And then there was 7 still. I shall call you my 7, the great 7. The number 7. I should just call you 7s. All of you. Your new names are 7s. My name is Heaven, and my dog's name is Kevin. What's the big deal? No big whoop. This kombucha is kind of giving me a buzz. I had to make sure it wasn't alcoholic. I mean, that would really suck it. Oh! It has live cultures, tea, and botanically infused probiotics. It's awfully delicious. Yeah. I need to get more cardio. You always fix it. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, Hugo. It's not going to let you say that, Hugo. And I think if my moderators don't know, me and Hugo, me and Hugh go way back, and so don't block him or do anything to Mr. Hugo. He's an old friend of mine. How long do we? Jesus, God damn, Hugo, how far back do we goddamn go? God damn, Hugo, God. How far do we go back, Hugo? 20 minutes? 35? You tell me, I can't remember. Hugo was the first person. He was at my birth, and he told the doctor, he gave him well, first of all, he named me, but he also, he was also the first to recognize that I was born hands first. They pulled my fucking thumbs off. They replaced them with little toes. And he was the first one that realized that was the thing. And after I realized that, after he had enlightened me and my entire family about this, because nobody knew. Nobody knew. Back then, when toes and thumbs came off, they were just interchangeable. Or they just grew back within probably like minutes. It's all the calcium and all the protein babies get, all the blood. And how the babies, you know how babies eat their placentas. It's a tradition. I can't believe I haven't seen that in a movie or something, like little babies eating their own, like, come on. That's got to be in a movie or a horror movie or something like that, or a Rob Zombie movie or something. That's disgusting. Because I've had, I grew up on ranches and stuff, and my dog had puppies, jeez, and a little litter. They were all so cute. And she ate her placenta. I just thought that was crazy at the time. But it made sense too. It was just still kind of crazy to see. It'd be crazy if babies did that for them, for their own nourishment. And then they like a xenomorph would do. I could see a xenomorph doing that. Okay, if you just picture a xenomorph, not a human baby anymore. Just a little cute little xenomorph bursting out of somebody's chest, okay? There we go, that's better. Now that we got that other image out of our head, we can move on. Thank you. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Oh. Got it out? Oh, it was in there for like 25 minutes. I finally pulled that little sucker out. But not out my chest, otherwise I wouldn't be able to sing anymore. And I pulled it right out my butt. It was gross. Evil Bart. Yeah, that's the Hugo Stiglitz. I think they just call him Stiglitz. And he's the one that's a pretty pretty gnarly Nazi killer. And the bastards went and rescued him out of prison, or from certain death at the very least. But he was imprisoned by the Nazis in the movie, and the bastards went and got him out. The bastards were being rude. I don't think that's not 100% true. I've made people mods, because most of the time I don't think it's super necessary to be a mod, unless somebody asks and they're interested. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll consider it sometimes. But in the early days of my art club or days or whatever I was doing last summer, I was getting a lot of hate on here, and people would come on quite frequently and just be bullies and stuff like that. And as thick as I wish my skin was, it's not very thick, and I would roast them, or stuff like. But then I learned, the more I started doing YouTube and all that, I started learning what moderator meant, and because I didn't know anything up until like a year ago, and yeah, and so like sometimes I would see somebody on there that seemed cool, and I would just make them a moderator so they could like flag the guy or get rid of the person or something. But but then that person, but I realized, or I saw something in them. It wasn't just that they were just some random person. It was, they had been here before, and they were respectful of other people, and they had a sense of humor. You know what I mean? Like there is kind of I look for certain types of people. And Savage, in your case, it was that you had mentioned it, but it's also that you know, you're like one of the few people that encourages people to like my stuff and subscribe and stuff, and I appreciate that. So a little bit goes a long way with me, but you guys do so much. I do appreciate it for a channel that doesn't really, seem to go very far. I do appreciate the company and the help. But yeah, it really was hard to going live, and I used to go live in front of the camera all the time, but then I just got kind of annoyed with people just making fun of the way I looked. Because even if I was in a costume, people just still want to like ruin the fun for you for some reason. And I used to have this jumpsuit, and like I said, this area out in the garage looked like a lounge. I had fake tables and tea lights on everything, and a fake bar, and also it was crazy. Curtains are like oh my gosh, and a huge thing that said "Let's draw" or whatever. And I used to do painting and acting out here, but then things started changing too once I started dressing differently in the real world too, because it makes it hard to want to play or to be certain characters anymore. But it's getting better now. I'm able to balance the characters and my real world now. Life is crazy. Life is but a dream. And we're all going bananas. Like Herbie. Just like Herbie. Does anybody remember Herbie? Herbie Derby. Where are you going, Alexis? Bye, Alexis. You be careful now. You be kind. Thank you for the company. Did Alexis ask to be? Did you ask to be a moderator or something? How did that get brought up? Who was talking? Who was breaking the third and fourth rule of Art Club? Who was doing it? I want to give you a raise. No, but I do need security. I need somebody to tell me everywhere I go, and somebody to be in front before I go there, before I get there. Just make sure, and dressed like me, preferably dressed exactly like me. Just walking through a few steps ahead. That'd be great. Appreciate it. If you like, I don't mind. Do you want to be one? I'll make you one. Hold on. It's always good to have friends. You got it. I think you've, what do you call it? Like I was just saying, you've checked off all the boxes. I do appreciate your company, and you're always a pleasure to interact with. So you always cheer me up. And like I said, a little bit goes a long way. But yeah, that you guys even hang out at all is a huge blessing to me. So don't think I don't appreciate it. I might have to get out of here though. Oh, it does look like a Dragon Ball now, huh? A little bit. I just did like a video of one of my drawings that has Vegeta in it. And I'm not a huge Dragon Ball fan, but I really like Vegeta for some reason when I watched the cartoons back in the day. And I have like a Vegeta action figure that went jumping out of an airplane with me at 10,000 feet. Right before we jumped out of the plane, I pulled him out and I was like, "Are you ready, Vegeta?" Because this girl was like filming everything in the cabin and stuff. And I was thinking, hey, I was like gonna ask her if she could film me talking to Vegeta, and she's like, "What is that?" And I said, "Oh, it's my good luck charm. It's Vegeta." It's a little action figure. And she's like, "You're not gonna, you got to keep that in your pocket or something like that. Like, um, if you drop that, because I was thinking I was gonna pull him out during the jump and like show the camera Vegeta, but she said if I dropped it, it could like kill somebody down there. I was like, oh fuck. So I put Vegeta in my. He was in my pocket when I jumped out of the plane, but I went. I jumped out of a plane, uh, back in 2003 when I was 23, and it was the coolest thing I've ever done. Are you really? Are you guys really? Huh? Hey, does this make me a cyborg now? Don't tell Ice. Does this make me a cyborg now? Don't tell Ice. No, don't play nice. Don't play nice. Don't talk about it. I'm a cyborg. Now I finally understand why they call the Borg the Borg. Why did I not think about that? That's how silly and like naive I am sometimes, and how childlike my brain is. It just takes everything at face value. I have a hard time with metaphors and symbols and stuff too sometimes. Um, most of the time, just because I fall for it. I fall for things. I can like turn my brain off and think with a extra dumbass mind, and it really gets me places. It really gets me going. I really like it. I really like talking like that. I really, I really need some art guard. Kills creativity dead. Now in extra strength. Kills creativity extra dead. I took 2 of those before I started drawing, and my creativity has been going down 10% ever since we started. It's so rad. It kicks in really fast. Kicks in really fast. Wow, I don't really want to do anything anymore. Ew. That's a horrible feeling. It hurts to even say that. Because there's absolutely no way. There's nothing in the world that could stop me. Not even the world itself. World War III coming your way this summer. Theaters near you everywhere. Me against the world. Me against the world. Why am I talking like a cyborg? Okay, I gotta go. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Happy Friday. And Saturday morning to you, you people in the other hemisphere. And whatever all that brings, whatever it is, I want it to be good. I wish you happiness, a good day, and sweet dreams to the rest of you. And don't forget to think outside the box. Be yourself. It's okay to be afraid, but you gotta be strong too. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. Right? It's true. Later, Hugo. Guitar, Lex cannot play the guitar with what? Thanks, Alexis. Are you are you guys from Salvador? El Salvador? Is that what you're talking about? Or is that a state that I'm not aware of? I thought I knew all the states. How many states are there? I don't even want to tell you what state I'm in. Land of confusion. Land of intrusion. Land of delusion. And land of chicken wings. Who would have thought? Chicken wings. Oh, Tommy boy. He always knew what to say. Did I hear a niner in there? I'm gonna go play some Left 4 Dead. I'm gonna go shoot some zombies and call it a night. I love you guys. This is what I drew while I was sitting here. I appreciate the company. Later, Passer. You be safe out there, my friend. And we're not bowing down to his Miss Salvatore. Huh. Well, welcome to the club. Yeah. I wish that I could have a big space where people could come and we don't have to think about that kind of shit. Because I hate coming out of the cave and seeing what the reality really is like sometimes. Makes it hard to... Man, that's like a double whammy right there. So it's like a cave within a cave. Plato's cave, I guess. It's hard sometimes. Because even hearing that name, it just causes so much like turmoil inside of me. And it's not even the man himself, it's just that people that people would even not see through him. That so many people would think that was the answer for anything. That breaks my heart, that so many people are that broken. And that they look at somebody like me like I'm the enemy, like their enemy. Or any of us for that matter. I'm not a big fan of politics. I don't bat for any team. I bat for the little guy and the people that don't have votes and who have lead in the water, and that both administrations have fucked over for 70 years. So yeah, don't get me started. But I know whatever they're feeding us and they're telling us ain't the answer. And you gotta think for yourself. That's the only freedom you'll ever have in this fucking world, in this goddamn life, is a think for yourself and be yourself. So I encourage that in people. And I love people for that, and I'll follow people. I'll follow anybody that I can. I'm a follower. No, I'm just kidding. But good people can lead as well. And I hope to see more of it. So, anywho, sweet dreams, everybody. Y'all be careful out there now. I'll try to do the same. Love y'all. Thanks, Pastor. Y'all take care now.